Yes, we are live and happy Sunday to you wherever you are. Is someone excited to be here today? Let's see you. Say yeah, right, welcome. Who is too healthy outreach? What's your real name? Let's welcome you up on board. Happy Sunday to you. Yes, we are glad to have you here. Kindly do us a favor. Quickly share this link with your friends, share with your partner, share with your friends, your well wishers, your child caregiver, your teachers, the teachers of your child, everyone around you. Just share. Let people begin to hear of this good news. Yes, it's really good news. And here today, how many of you is excited to be here? Yes. Let's know where you're streaming from. Let's know where you're streaming from, your name and where you're streaming from. Let's know where you are streaming from. I'm excited today because today is the 24th of November. 6 more days for this month to go. And so it's just 6 more days for us to enter into a new cohort. Yes, we've been running the current one for how many days now? 359 days. So just more 6 days more, we will say bye bye to cohort 2024. It has really been a progressive journey, I must say. It has also been a journey of growth. It has been a new discovery of many things for us. It has been a journey of personal growth and development, even for us, for me as a person, and even for us as an academy. And the truth is, we are not where we used to be. And this is why I know that as we move further into the next session, which is the next cohort starting in the next 6 days or 7 days, right? It's going to be a time to also learn more and to become. Because parenting is first of all about you and not your child. Who you are is who you pour into your child. If you fail to heal up, your child will end up also being traumatized. But if you heal up, then you end up raising up a child that is whole. And I know that's your desire. You want to raise a child that is whole spiritually, emotionally, physically, emotionally, financially, socially, and in all aspects of life. But for that to be, there's the person you should become. Thank you for joining us here today, Chema Favor. And thank you, 280 Outreach. We are glad to have you here on board. We'll be talking about something very important and interesting for us today. And many times when we talk about parenting partnership, people like, what are you saying? What is this? Can't I parent my child alone? And I think I've seen how my parents parented me, and I think I can also do the same. I sigh because I also thought the same before I became a parent, though I had read some few books about parenting, and thanks to God that I was able to read those things, right? Those books actually helped me. It was a good foundation that it laid. But it was not just enough. Maybe then there was more knowledge in our days. We have more knowledge in our days, and that's to show that God is interested in us. But are we interested in ourselves? And that's a good thing we must be able to harness. And the truth is, there are things that we can get if we are honest with ourselves. And one of those things is, even the scripture says, buy the truth and sell it not. Buy the truth and sell it not. Yes, there are things you need to buy and there are things you need to sell. And the truth is, there are things you need to buy and it is knowledge. And the truth is, God's people perish for lack of knowledge. One, starting from I think verse 7. So the images that you need, if there's anything like that, there are faith in the scripture. Most if you check the life of the heroes of faith, most of them had all of these intelligences. They were socially intelligent, even those who tried, because they had social intelligence, they were emotionally intelligent, they were spiritually intelligent. They never forgot the God. This is why they were able to make headway. So when we talk about parenting as so someone will say, why do I need a parenting accountability support system? My parent replicate what my parents did. It is not so. Because they have turned out to be something. Parenting itself is war. Where you stop is where the next generation starts. And that's what gives you victory or gives you edge. And where the next generation starts and ends, that is where the next generation also takes it from. So it's a generational thing. So if you fail to work on you the kind of child you're going to raise will end up becoming lesser than who they were ordained to be. This is why it is interesting that we're talking about this subject matter. And many people do not like accountability system. They feel like, no, 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 I can do this myself. I can do that myself. I don't need anybody to just do this for me. I don't need anybody to ask me how I'm faring. I don't need anybody to ask me how this is doing or that is doing and all of that. At the end of the day, they cannot measure their progress. They cannot measure how well they are doing, whether they're even making progress or they are not, because they aren't accountable to anybody. And somebody who is not accountable to somebody is a dangerous person to himself and to generations that is attached to such person. You can't say the only person I'm accountable to God to is only God. No. We need a human system that you are accountable to outside of God. And then when we say something is a system, it means that there's a structure. There's how it has been wired to run on daily basis for us to achieve the desired goal. If I ask you the kind of child you want to raise, I know you know it in your head, you really want to do this, you want to do that, and all of that. But many of us do not know how to go to the city, like the scripture says, that the labor of the fools weary them, for they do not know how to go to the city. You might have an idea of where you are going to, but if you do not know the how, the strategies to deploy, you would end up becoming like somebody who never even had a plan. This is why you need an accountability system. All right, so I'll be talking about accountability system, the benefit of what it is, and basically, this is parenting accountability support system. We aren't going to parent your child for you. We're only going to help you restructure your commitment. By the time you go through By the time you go through the system that the academy have crafted from January through December or from December through November, you would have become a transformed person. I mean, I have people around me who said they have never read a book in their life or they don't even like to read. They pick one and just drop it. But today they are building their library, and not just building their library, but they are building the library for their children. And some who are not also married are also going through the route of personal development because now they read and they apply. Now, I don't intend that this session go too long. I just want stability. You need a parenting accountability support system because sometimes you are emotionally down. You really do not know what to do. You come back from work, everywhere looks scattered, and at such a time, you have even told the children what to do, expecting that they do the needful. But most times, it's not so. And then at this time, you are just everywhere. It looks like the everyone wants to come down, very touchy and all. At such a time, you need emotional support. But that emotional support will not come at that. So when you have a parental accountability system, you have support. It's your support system, your go-to place where you can learn, you can become, you can be vulnerable to say, this is what is happening. I really do not understand. What do I do? And nobody makes mockery of it because everybody's journey is unique with them. Owns their process and they take it by the head, and then everybody is moving. System. You need to be accountable to you need to be answerable to an accountable system. You can help me drop some of these things on the comment section. You need it. Number one is yes, you need a parenting accountability support system for you to have them as your support. It's really a support system. Number two is that it helps you to be answerable to an accountability system. Because regular check-ins with you to say, oh, you said we are going to do this month. Have you done it? This is the plan we have for this month. Have you done it? And that plan, if you go through the plan dutifully, you will see transformation on your journey. Number three reason is fresh perspective. I mean, if I was never in a parenting platform to learn, I would never have known that yelling is wrong. I would never have known that beating a child is not the best way to correct. I mean, there are many things I would never have known. I would also have given my children tablet because I actually did. And now that I knew, I had to retrieve the tablet. And I saw the transformation in the life of my children. I'm like, wow. Academically, it's also transformed them greatly. So number three reason you need a parenting accountability system is for you to have fresh perspective, for you to learn new things, to unlearn old things that are not working that was transferred to us from our parents, and for you to do what? To relearn those things that are working. Number four is for you to have an improved parenting skill. It takes the adequate knowledge, the sufficient skill, and necessary training for you to raise an holistic child. If you don't have them, you don't have them. So the very first thing you want to do for yourself, even before you become a parent, is to be skillful, is to be knowledgeable. And then number five is for you to reduce your stress and anxiety. I mean, everything is already stressful. So why should we add to it? Why should we add to it? We rather should make it easy for us to parent. So when you are in a parenting accountability system, it the it is the burden for you. And once the burden is easing for you, then you parent with ease, with calmness. You parent with structure. You parent with a goal. You don't parent like every other person on the street that don't even know where they are going to. But you parent with a goal in your heart. And then another reason is, and then if you do this at the end of the day, your stress level is reduced. You are not wake up today, what are we going to eat? To all of those structures are taken care of. Another reason why you need an accountability system is for increased confidence. Let me give you an example. I mean, one day I was at work and then I received a call from the school mom of my kids, the proprietress. And then she called, she said, we noticed a certain amount of money, a purse in the bag of your child, and then we have collected it. We asked her some certain questions. Long story cut short. So my child took my purse that had a little money inside to work, I mean to school. And then the proprietress saw her. That in itself is stealing. So normally, if not for training, what would have gone to my head was, hey, this fidgeting, I will scatter the whole ground just because of that information. But I was kind of like, okay, this is stealing, eh? But what should we do? I said, thank you very much for this. I'll handle it when I get home. And as soon as I got home, I called on the child as a lesson moment for the child to learn and to become. At the end of the day, what happened? It became a transformational journey. It became a transformational journey that experience, even when it wants to happen, we refer to what has happened in the time past and it never happened again. We put in some structures to say, when you take what is not yours, this is the consequence, and we follow through. So discipline itself is not what an emergency. It is a